Here, gonna try another video. This time we're gonna do a little bit of raids. Hope the tiles and boards are in our favor. We just go in and let's see, our global rank is 9,500, and we're just gonna go in and attack anybody we can and see what happens, because that is what raiding is all about, right? So we got the Usted twins and the Lane twins in Chichandra. Well, board's not too bad. I always want to start and kind of separate where the tiles are going to go, because I don't want to set them off. So I try to move stuff around, move the tiles around, and hopefully you get set up. Like, look at that. Oh, isn't that a beauty? Um, let's do that. Yes. Okay. So we don't want Usted going off against us. So we want to take him out as early as possible. The Lane twins are just amazing at what they do. And then we're going to get some yellow built up. Another blue. Really hoping not to set that green guy off, but it is. It's abrasive. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to heal, and we're going to go after Usted again. We should get this. Alright, so you always want to move the tiles to make as much movement on the board as possible. That's what I like to do. Hey, and the first one went down pretty easy. Alright, so we moved up to 7,200. So we're going to find somebody else. I don't like that cat. That yellow guy on the right is dangerous. So you pick your targets that you want to make sure you take out first. And those are the two targets that I choose. We're going to try some yellow over here, because there's a lot of stuff, and we don't want to, like I said, put too many tiles in one spot to get that guy to fire off. That should be one of your biggest problems. Alright, now this guy on the left, the green guy, he's their healer and reviver, so we're going to try and take that out first. That is, and anything else along the way is just bonus. So look at Easteds are awesome. Now we need to make sure that we don't want that green guy going off. I don't want to do that, but I need more tiles. Oh, that's all right. Anything? All right, this will turn into something. Oh, he's gonna fire. All right, well, we're gonna get rid of a lot. Let's see what he brings back. 4 out of. He brought back 2. All right, so let's heal up. We gotta hit that guy. That's gonna suck. Yeah, because he's got the stone skin. Why don't we not hit that guy and see if one of the lanes will ransack him and steal his stone skin? No. So we're just going to play around that for a little bit and see if we can make something happen. We need some tile movement. Let's do that. And then let's just start clearing stuff, and yeah, hope for a change. Hoping for that change. Alright. Let's see if we can manipulate our way through this. gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. No. It's not over yet. So let's go after the reviver. There it is. Never say never. Never give up. Never surrender. So where did that put us? 4,200. Let's take another ride. Use a refill. That red guy's tough. The yellow guy on the right is tough. I don't like any of the vegetables, and the cats are always difficult. So let us try to bring these blue tiles up by using the red tiles. See how that worked out? It doesn't always work in your favor, but just like that. Now, puts a big hit on that guy, that red guy. And we want to get rid of him. Look, just like that. That's how you get rid of that red guy, if you ever see him as a tank on somebody. So I always hit the revive, or the heal. Get rid of this guy. Producing fiends. Very nice. You know, and sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just get quiet because it's just battling, but just always looking. See how I'm fighting the tiles away from the guys because I don't want them to fire as often as they can. And so we just keep moving these tiles around because we don't want to get him any more mana than he's achieving, which is pretty quick. So he can only revive 9 times. It's just if we can survive. I'd like to see some blue, get some healing in, but this might be the one. Nope. Alright, so while he's a ghost, let's get all this green stuff moved. Let's see if we can create some blue. There we go. Let's see if he can be killed. Nope. Alright, so let's get this red out of here. See if the yellow will pop up. There you go. Never know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you need to plan for stuff like that. Hey, and we got him. What a battle. Sometimes, man, it just takes it a while. But that's what you're here for, is just to sit and have some fun. And now we're at 3,600. We're going to hit somebody again. Oh, wow. Tough team. All right. Not a good board to start. So I'm thinking I'm going to take this red and create some movement on that side. Not too bad. Now I'm going to go for this up here. See if we can get this yellow on the purple. That did some good damage. Love the counter. Love the counter. So, our turn to put some damage down. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Master revive my butt. So, we're just going to stay on this side. And like I said, stay away from them. And try to get some movement over here to our colors. And there we go. Nice. Let's see what we can bring back. And he's just getting hammered. Nice. Stay away from him. That's all right. Just keep trying to find something. But try to find something over here on the right side so you don't aggravate him or get his mana up. And then stuff happens and we should be able to take him. Oh, let's see if we can revive anybody. Just for fun. Heck yeah. Look at that. Now we stare him down. Bang. Oh, my foot. See if you can eat that. Seriously? Never works that well for me. So we just, there we go. He took himself out. Crazy. But that's what you do with bad boards. You try to get good ones. 2,600. This is going to be a long video, so if you forward fast and or fast forward and move on. But we're going to try and go to number 1. So we use these blues over here. Now, I'm going to... That's tough. I'm going to use the green. And get these yellows built up, and then you do the purple. Now, we need some movement. We need some new tiles in here. So, remember that green guy in the middle, he's the healer, and he's the reviver. So, we do this side. Oh. Nice. We're up to 4, 10. Wow, that cat went down on the first try. That's very rare. Let's do this, see if we can come up with a blue one. Nope. You never know. Never know. See, same with that. Is there a blue one under there? No, there isn't. There's a yellow one. Just keep pushing until you can't. Okay, now we can start moving some of this stuff over here and not affecting them too much on the right. And it's just strategies. You know, it doesn't always work. Move as many tiles as we can. This could be his end. It is. Nice. Wow, moved up to 683. No longer in the thousands. And there's no need to, look for a better team or whatever. Just battle. If you get your team that you like, that. You can't buy that. Now, so, of course, this green guy is probably the most dangerous because of his defense. You don't like the vegetables because they give you. And then there's this guy. I think he does insanity, but that is a reviver, and that we have to get rid of first at all costs. Now these Usteads, they hit everyone, hit all items, and the lanes they also hit all items, hit all heroes. So they work well together, and this board has just been way too generous. See what kind of jump we get. Up to 195th. All right, so we go in again. Now, wow. This team has got 4 first hit heroes. What I call first hit. You always want to take care of that one first. You always want to take care of that one first. You always want to take care of that one first. And that one needs to go first. Now, I have the counters in place, so let's try to get as much matched as we can. And I think by moving that there, we could create something that isn't there. A lot of blue came out of that. Look at that. So you never know what you're going to get. So if their blue guy goes off, he won't. But this guy goes off. That's your healer. So in this situation, oh man, you just have to get rid of the reviver at all costs. That's my go-to. Now we still have our counters up, so when this guy hits, he's going to die. Oh. He died. Okay, so it did pretty good. Those counters work great. But my yellows are now asleep. So we don't want to hit on the left side at all. We're going to stay on this side as much as we can and not hit anybody. And see how many turns we can use to get rid of those. Because this might get rid of her. Oh, it does. And there's a back. Nice. That was lucky. So all my guys on the right have insanity. Let's do the greens. That's a great one. Look at that. Doesn't always work like that, but sometimes. Now, I believe if we do this, it should kill that guy. Yes. Now I got my Usteads, and we're done. Of course, use the one that doesn't have insanity. Crazy. 108. Again, you never know how long it's going to take. This one's dangerous. They have 3 vegetables. It's going to create a lot of fiends. So where do you start with this one? They say there, but I don't say there. We're just going to have to bring these greens up and get rid of as many as we can to, again, move as many tiles as we can. So just remember, you want to make things happen. make things happen that are going to benefit you. And if there's any luck or gods, they'll help you out. Now, here's the thing: you want to put that red into that into the diamond, but don't, because that's going to take your blues away. Right now, you're close to attacking with the blues, so you do the blues and give up that diamond, and look what it did. Now I can get rid of some of these fiends with my healer, but man, I'm getting hammered. So I need to do that, and believe it or not, you have to go for the their healer and hope that they do damage to everybody else. There. Okay, now you can breathe just a little bit and stay on this right side because you don't want to up their mana, and hope that you get some tile movement. That's my phone. And there it is. Now I should be able to take them both out with these. Yep. Checking the phone. And let's see. So we gained another 22. We're up to 72nd. Keep going. Oh, look at that team. That's nasty. Nasty, nasty. But you know what? I ain't scared because I got twin Usteds and the Lane twins. So let's do it. Nice board. Now it depends how you're going to use it. Okay, so by doing this, excuse me, creates a combo, but also puts up the yellow. Now it may give me a shot to use the yellows here. Perfect. That's great. They hit all, so did some damage. So let's see if we can get this blue up here because there's nobody there. Well, he's ghosted anyway. So we get as much mana out of it as possible. And then we go all the way to the right so we don't trigger anybody else. Now we're in a really good spot because we can heal and we can hit and take out a lot of these before they even fire. Ha! So that's how you go about pissing somebody else off if they saw the battle. So doesn't mean I'm going to win. I could totally get hammered, but I'm in a really good position. This battle's going to go on for a while, and they are going to do some damage. And I don't have a lot of tiles on the board, so we need to make some without getting them. But I need to get these blues. So he's getting ready to go off, so I'm going to just see if I can create a blue out of that line. Okay, a little high, but oh, that's terrible. Terrible. All right, so something needs to happen here very soon. I'm going to stay on this side and avoid them as much as possible. I just lost my last use state. So it's not over. It's not over because these guys ransack. So it's very possible that they do it on their own. One of them is very healthy. I got to get that blue. All right. Survive. Survive. Thank you. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. All right, I got yellows here. Nothing. All right. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Trying to create as much movement as possible to get new tiles. And it's going down very fast. It's movement. Oh. All right. Everybody stay put. Everybody good? Now, do you take all three blues and move them straight up the middle, or do you take this blue and make that, hoping it takes out the guy on the left? So that's my choice. Yes, okay? Doesn't always work that way. Hang in there. Oh, yeah, buddy. He evaded. All right, so now we're going to try the same thing with this guy. He's way down, so we're going to try to hit this and take him out with that blue. And it did. Holy smokes, I was down to 962. That's crazy. But that's what happens in these battles. You never know until the very end. That's why you don't ever leave the battle. So we're at 36th. All right. Getting up there. So, see this guy? He's ranked number 1. Look at his defense. Okay? And that's how you can tell what guys to use for defenses, by these top guys. So, you know what? I got something for him. So let's go get him. This is going to be a battle. Battle of the ages. All right. So, we need to be smart. We need to get the blues on the bottom up. So the only thing we really want to do is move the blue over and see what we can do. Sometimes you do go with those tiles. Sometimes you don't. But in this case, all right, so the best way to create as much movement on this one is by this move here. There we go. Now we got some blues. Now, it's very possible that this blue can take that guy. And it kills him, but he revives. So that's 1 for him. I'm going to heal up. Now we're going to take a double look at this and make sure this guy's very dangerous. So we're going to start there. You always pick the guy that you find the most dangerous, the most ominous. I'm going to do this for the tile movement. You just never know what's going to happen. So now you can take this yellow and move it up and get the dragon head, or you can take this tile and move it over and you get those 3, and then you can move that other tile up and get those 3. So that's what I'm going to choose to do. But see, because it works in your favor sometimes. But sometimes the smartest move is to, and you can take this guy and you can move him up, and then you bring all that stuff up with you. But if you move it to the right, it gives more damage to the guy in the center, as well as possibility of having a blue behind those 2. So that's what I'm going to do. Close enough, but didn't happen. But you get my point. And again, it's always about moving the most tiles to get what you need. There, took him out. But there's no more of my stuff really available. So what do? You want to move as many tiles as possible. Plus, I'm going to hit the dragon head and get the yellow. So it doesn't quite give me the mana that I need, but it did move quite a bit. And gives, you got to do the red, get the diamond head, and the dragon's egg or whatever it is. So, man, we need to move as many tiles as possible. So get rid of all these reds. There's some blues. I need you to survive, especially you on the left. All right, now this could do major damage to the vegetable. Yes. Okay, everybody good? Everybody's good. Okay. Heal. Get rid of those fiends. No revives, but the lane twins are the Lane twins. So they work well in pairs. So we're in a pretty good shape. The lanes are very healthy, so I'm going to get the green dragon's egg, whatever it is. Pop that bubble. Lots of yellow, but there you go. That's a beauty. And that's all you can really hope for when you want to move these tiles is things pop up in your favor. Doesn't always happen. We all know that. Let's see. Wow, 47 on that one. 47 cups. Puts us 20th overall. So, again, just look at it. Find your main point of attack, the yellow guy. And, you have your order. My order is yellow, the blue guy, Lane, and the vegetable. You always want your stuff. So I want to get the yellow up there. So I'm going to move this down, bring that up there, and see what happens. Puts me in a good spot. So it's time to take this yellow and bring it down. Look at that. That's an awesome setup. This yellow will take that purple guy out and set off the Oosteds. So now we're right where we want to be. The Oosteds hit all. So I expect most everybody to be down to hittable range. Yes. So this yellow will bring up the blue as well as set right. As kill that guy, as well as these blues will now go that way. Right. So choosing the right tile is hit or miss. But trying to make something happen, that's what you want to do. You never force the situation. But stuff happens, It goes bad, it goes good. So you take it for what it is and keep going. So we were 20th before? We're 7th now. Now we're getting there. Sweet. All right. Look at these guys. See, a lot of people have Lane in their defense as well as this yellow guy. That yellow guy is something fierce. So you need to get rid of him first most often. Unless that green guy is... no. So you want to get rid of the reviver first always, but you want to go after the tough guys and take care of business. So this works. This will work well in my favor there. Nice. Bonus. All right, now we're set. So we want to target that. He's now got a counter on him. So you know what we say? It don't matter. It don't matter. We'll start with that guy then. We'll go, you just attack. He's going to die, pretty close. But you want the attack. You want everything that can go your way. And again, always want to move the most tiles as possible. So if you see a multiple move, by all means, it doesn't always have to be your color. All right. This could go well. He's got attack. They both have attacks of 5-10 plus. So this should go really well. Okay. So we're in that. Oh man, took him both out. All right. So now we're in a spot. We really don't want these guys to go off. That yellow guy's going to go off, and I can't do anything about it. So I went over here to the left. All right. So that's the first time we've been defeated while we're doing this. So let's go and hit rematch. We moved to 18th. We were at 7th. Now we're going after number 9. Oh, he's same guy. He's now ninth. All right. So in this case, I'm going to create this dragon diamond, whatever it is. And like I said, we see what happens. That's a lot of it these days, and you just you're hoping for the best. So I'm good. I got a lot of yellow. Um, so um, let's see what happens if we do this. Interesting. All right. So we're setting ourselves up. Now it's time. We're going to take this and move it north or straight up and start getting our stuff loaded. And we are going to take this and set it off this way because it does move a lot of tiles. And now I'm set for packing. All right, let's see if we can bring him back. Wow, dude, it's hard. Hey, nice. Brought them all back. All right. So we got to go after him. So we're going to bring that down. Nice. We get rewarded. And the Usted might get to go off. Now, they have a lot of counters going on. Suicide. All right, so we're kind of in a bad spot, so we're going to see what we can do to get out of it. We're going to see if we can make something happen. There's some blue. Now, rather than just bring the yellow up, I'm going to bring this over, which brings the yellow up, but I'm hoping that there's a blue that's going to line up with those blue. You never know. It's just a thing. Oh, I was close. All right. So, defeated again by the same guy. Okay. So, we're going to go in for a third time. Oh, and now he's online. Bummer. All right. So, my rule is usually if you can't beat him, then I'm done. I got as high as 7th, as you saw. But thank you for... Oh, let's see what's in the chest. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Not much. All right. Thank you.